And I recognize the gentleman from Ohio, Mr. Miller, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ohio ranks number 9 in the nation in number of farm operations, with international trade being critical. However, it is concerning that USDA's recent outlook for agricultural trade anticipates exports for all major commodity groups to be reduced, with the decreases projected for corn, soybeans, dairy, and livestock. Preserving and expanding international trade is paramount, as soybeans are the top agricultural export for Ohio and the United States, with more than half of our soybean crop exported overseas. Mexico is one of the largest destinations for United States corn exports, with $4.92 billion in trade. However, these commitments made under the USMCA must be upheld, including access for biotech corn, and I will be leading a letter with my colleagues to USTR in that regard. Ohio ranks 7th in the nation in pork production, and with 25% of pork goods exported, yet threats relating to foreign animal diseases are a constant concern. Finally, for dairy, enforcement of dairy market access obligations under the USMCA is absolutely vital. Ohio state economists have summed it up as agricultural functions in a global market with many factors influencing income and expenses. Ohio farmers must remain aware of global forces impacting markets. To any of the witnesses, given these trade challenges, how can we best advance science-based trade policies essential to food security and be vigilant in enforcement of trade commitments as to not cause economic harm to United States farmers? Any takers?
Thank you, Congressman. I'll take that. I absolutely agree. Science-based trade policy is crucial. I work with the fruit and vegetable industry, and we export our products all over the world and are continually challenged by sanitary and phytosanitary measures. Some of those are just straight up political measures. Some of them are different perspectives on science. Using the Codex system, the Codex committees, gathering support from our trading partners who are like-minded, all play a critical role in ensuring that sound science is used with U.S. agricultural exports. And then there are cases where it needs to just simply be challenged through trade agreements like USMCA or through the World Trade Organization. There are some times when we just cannot reach an agreement and you need to have a dispute settlement to try to figure things out. But I'm absolutely in agreement that science is important. We lead in science and agriculture, and we need to continue to support that in order to keep our exports moving. Thank you.
Thank you. This question will be for Mr. Griffith or Mr. Dowd. We must be vigilant to hold our trading partners accountable for obligations made under the USMCA. Mexico's position on biotech corn is creating uncertainty, and in your opinion, how can the United States trade officials most effectively take action with our Mexican counterparts to eliminate trade barriers that could negatively impact American corn producers?
Thank you, Mr. Congressman, for your question. I might comment from a NAGA perspective, view the utilization of technology such as biotechnology to produce safe and abundant food supplies of grains and other agricultural goods is essential. We believe the best way to facilitate trade is with reliance on sound science underpinning all regulation. I think it's important for us as the U.S. to lead on science-based measures so other countries don't make the rules. NAGA does not object to the USTR dispute resolution case and hopes that the resolution can be found. But NAGA does not have any doubt that the U.S. would maintain a logistical advantage in the delivery of corn to Mexico, no matter the type of seed.
Yeah, and what Mexico is doing, it's more of a protectionist revision than it is in science-based evidence, and I know we've heard a lot of that today. And when we met with one of the USTR trade reps, in terms of, I asked a specific question: how are you going to hold these individuals accountable? What is your framework? What is your strategy? Even if you bring them to a panel, are they going to agree? And if they do agree, are you still going to hold them accountable? Because just a couple of years ago, 2.5 years ago, or whenever it was put in place, They made the agreement, and they've negated the agreement, both Mexico and Canada. So I have concerns with this administration actually pushing forward and holding these other countries accountable, even if it does go to a dispute panel, and that's where my concern lies. And I did not get an answer. I had no framework. All I was told is I cannot divulge the strategy. But I thank you very much for your time, all of the witnesses, and thank you for your answers. I yield back.